Welcome to Level Up CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today's episode number 318 of the Level Up program and day number 28 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily dice shooting practice at the craps table, as well as practice in a craps or blue car craps style of play. On YouTube, we got Paul S. checking in. Number one, good morning. We got Uncle Hoku. We got John Borland, Brian Flegel from Green Bay, Lazy Dog, Woof Woof he goes, and Coach Joe. On the Kick.com side of things, we have nobody checking in yet, but I'm sure there will be someone there soon. If you're playing along with Crapsee, they did an update yesterday, so you're going to have to redo or re-download the app in order for it to work. I was panicking just about 10 minutes ago because I tried to get in Crapsee and it would not accept me. But I got a hold of Chuck right away. Chuck said re-download the app and it will work, and that is exactly what happened. So if you go on the app on Crapsee, there's a couple new things you're going to see. There's a live link button right to the left of the broadcast button, and I have been one of the very few that have been broadcasting it on Crapsee live, and that is a live feed. So what I say is pretty much the time that you hear it on the Crapsee side of things. But if you're watching on Crapsee, that is awesome. But please also check out the YouTube channel so that we can get support on the YouTube side of things as well. John Borland said he had problems on his iPhone with the update. So anyhow, we got JR Joel checking in on YouTube as well. We have 15 people watching. There's 15 people on Crapsee right now. Oh, just went down to 14 people. But if you're new and you're on the Crapsee side of things, if you're new to the channel, make sure you check out the Craps Master Journey YouTube channel. And we're going to start off, we're going to actually do the whole day. I've not done any practice throws, if you will, but we're going to not do any line bets today. And I'm going to try doing a strategy that Waylon put out last night, and it was called the 6-8 digression or something like that, the DC 6-8 digression or something like that, but he did it at the $100 level. I'm going to try to tone it down to a level that actually I can play with at a $15 level, and if it works well today, I may even consider doing it on the other shooters at the craps at the casino maybe tonight. We got Ken NH checking in. Good morning and welcome to Level Up with CMJ. So let's get started here. We're going to go 3-2, 3-6 on the dice set. That is the Cousin 1 set, and we'll call that all bet set here. And we got 17 people playing. Awesome. I like the counter on this now. That is really neat. It shows me how many people got ready, and there were 16 out of 17 that were ready for the first roll here. So this is shooter number 1 coming out looking for a point. And we got a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer to start the day off. So if you're new to the program, again, I announced the left die first, the right die second, and I do watch the dice as they fly through the air down to the opposite end of the table. So now what we're going to do is, and like I said, Waylon played it at the $100 level. I need to tone it down to a $15 level. We got Roger from OMC Craps checking in on YouTube. Good morning. And we got Lazy Dog as well as Seth on Kick.com. So good morning to you two as well. But anyway, we're going to tone it down to the $15 level, if you will. So what I think we should be doing is we should go with a $35 DC bet, and then we're going to go with a $30 6 and 8. And the theory is now is that we're going to hopefully not get a 0.7 out here, but if with 6 or 8 hits once, we'll bring it down to the $18 level, and then that $35 DC should be able to cover that, obviously minus the $1. Now, once we get that DC set, we're going to leave our bets working all the time, so whether it's a come out or not should not matter. So let's get her started. Let's go with this once. We had a single pitch towards us on that left die. Oops. And we had a a single pitch towards us on the right die. So those are primary and the back side. Good morning, Kevin the Carpenter checking in. Let's call this all bet set. And I saw it. If you look at the bottom of the screen there, guys, I have it saying that I'm still accepting player chips for the table build. I need about 6 more chips. I have 20 of them out here, and I have 5 more. I need 7 more chips. I have 5 more people that have promised chips to be sent in the mail, so I actually need 7 more. So that is wrong on the screen, but anyhow, dice out. And we got an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. 1, 2, 3. So that is actually a good one on this roll because that DC will pay out on that now. So go ace deuce on the Crapsee side of things here. And that is a 35 win on that one. So we're going to keep up the $35 DC. And we're going to try to get that placed somewhere on here. And again, if we hit a 6 or 8, we're going to bring that from $30 each down to the $18 level. So that was a single pitch again towards us on that left side. That was an explosion on the right side. So that was... so we had what? We had an explosion with a single pitch towards us. That is a warning sign, so we have to be very careful. We'll give it one more try here, but that is a warning sign. And if you guys are new to the program, let me go over to the screen really quick, and I'll show you what is the 4 things that I'm looking for with the dice results. And this is a mid-level rhythm rolling thing. And the reason I call it mid-level is because we're sticking only with the 3V dice set here, either a cousin 1 or cousin 2 set. So I'm looking to see if there's any deviations in my throw. Was there a 3 or 4 on top? Is it a warning sign? And that last one was a warning sign and it isn't repeatable. So make sure you take a screenshot of that, and that way you guys can refer back to it if you would happen to need that sometime in the future. But anyhow, let's go all bets set here and dice out. Still looking for a, no, we have a point. We have a point of 6. So let's see if we can hit that 6 again. Dice out. And we have a 4, 6, 10. That is Waylon's best friend Wayne at N. Daddy Joe. So let's get that in Crapsee here. Sorry, I was flustered there because I didn't remember setting the 6 as a point. I was thinking that DC was a come out. But anyhow, we got the DC on the 10, so that's actually a good, usually a pretty good number. The 4s and 10s are usually pretty good numbers for the DC in that. But that was a double pitch on that left die. That was a single pitch away on the right side, so that is a safe result. So we are good right there. 20 people are playing along with Crapsee, and we've got 5 people watching me, so I'm waving to you there. If you are on the broadcast on Crapsee, you actually see me talking and rolling the dice, whereas if you're watching on YouTube, you see the throw of the dice and the landing on the table. So all bets set here. And dice up, we got Box to Wire checking in on YouTube. Good morning. And he is coming to us from Janesville, Wisconsin. Dice out. A little bit long on that lens, and we have another ace deuce Alfredo sauce. It is a leaner. It will come down on a 1, and that it did. So ace deuce. And that is a number that I don't throw too often, but when I do, obviously it comes in waves. So 3, 2, 3, 6 is what we're going back to. That ace deuce was an explosion, our implosion of the left die. Explosion of the right die. So that was ultimately a drift right of the dice. Kevin Smith calls every one of his tosses as a warning sign. So, yeah. Anyhow, we'll go dice out here. Cousin 1 set 3, 2, 3, 6. Oh, dang it. We have a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. So we knocked that DC off. So that $35 we won in the beginning, we gave it right back. So we're at break even yet. But we still have that $30 on the 6 and 8. We got to hit a 6 or 8 here in order to get paid out on this. If you get one hit with the 6 and 8, that pays for everything. So it doesn't, you will not lose if you do hit that 6 or 8. But we're going to go back up again. $35 on that DC. Now, if we were to lose the DC as well as the full 6 and 8, we would ladder up to that second level. At least that's how Waylon had done it. So that was a single pitch towards us on that left die. That was an implosion on the right die. So we have an implosion with a single pitch towards us. That is a safe result. Although I do not like the result that we got, but it is still a safe result. Good morning, Dursal, checking in on YouTube side of things. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. So again, if you're just joining in, I'm trying a strategy that Waylon just put out. And a little bit long on that landing zone. We're back on that 10, 5-5 hard 10 again, Old Bay bushel. So 2 times in a row we got that. So trying a strategy that Waylon put out yesterday that I actually toned it down for a $15 table. So we'll see how it works. And if it does work well, I may consider using it, like I said, in the casino tonight. Or tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to go tonight or tomorrow. But 21 people playing at Crapsee. You get 21 people watching on YouTube. That is perfect. We have 4 people over on the kick.com side of things. And we have the cousin one set with all bets set. Dice out. So let's see if we can hit the landing zone that I'm trying to do so we can get off that 10. And there we go. That's awesome. We have a 2, 6, 8. That would be the Duracell 8. Go out and support free live craps. And give that thumbs up, just like Duracell says. So now we hit that 8. So that's an extra $35 brought back to the rack. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our bets down, and we're going to make the 6 and 8 look like $18. And now the way it is that we can only lose $1 basically. Actually, we could break even here. No. We'd lose $1 here. If we got the 7 right now, we would lose $1. So this is actually a good position. Now what we're going to do is our bets are always working, come out or not. And we're going to just keep on collecting. Good morning, James, checking in on YouTube. So again, 3, 2, 3, 6. That was a single pitch on the left die, single pitch on the right die. So it was ultimately a primary on the front side. So in other words, they both rotated 1 dice face away. Obviously, that's the safe result. So we'll go all bets set here. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice out. Let's see if we can keep on hitting the 6 or the 8. And we got a 5, 6 Midbow Yo. And that is Chiro coming to us from above. Chiro popped in my mind last night at work. I don't know why, but he did. So it was kind of interesting. But that was a 5. That was a single pitch towards us. That was a single pitch away. So that was ultimately a double pitch of the dice. Something that is kind of a warning sign. We got to be careful with that. We need is at 9 and 12 for the tall. And the small, we need the 2, 4, and 5. So all bets set. Sticking with the cousin one set. Dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we have another 6. We have a 2x4. The Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. And that is our point. So we hit the point, and we're going to be coming out looking for a new point. And that's just going to be a collect on this for us. Now, remember, Waylon had it set up so that way his bets, once he gets that first 6 or 8 hit, his bets are always working. So we're going to turn those bets on. So I'm going to be working to 6 and 8. The DC obviously is working at all times. It never turns off unless you take it down. That was a single pitch away on the left die. That was a double pitch on the right die. So that was ultimately a single pitch of the dice on access. And that is a safe result. So get your bets in. Make sure you do a craps check or a world bet if you have a big enough bet on there. But we have $56 brought back to the rack right now. We have 71 on the table, but remember that is hedged out. So that we should really cut that in half. That basically we have $36 on the table. But all bets set here. Dice out. Looking for a new point. And we got a 5, 2, 7 on the come out, so that's a pass line winner, but that is also a DC winner. So I lost basically $1 on that. So we got a 5, 2. We got paid on that 10, but we lost the $1 on the 6 and 8 because it was 36 in total. So we're not going to go back up on our bets again right now until we get a new point established. That was what we threw. We threw a 5, 2. So that was a warning sign, obviously. But that was a warning sign because we had an implosion with a single pitch away. That is one of the ways the warning sign will show up. And that would be a 2-5 or a 4-6 or a 5-2 or a 3-1. That's how that shows up. But if we would have had an implosion with a single pitch towards us, that would not have been a warning sign. So again, refer back to that chart that I popped up a little bit ago, and that kind of shows you a little bit on what I consider warning signs or not. We got SJ checking in on YouTube. We got Demon Dog checking on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Demon Dog, thank you very much for that Discord message that you sent me yesterday. That was a pleasant surprise. And I'm not going to say out loud what it is because I don't know if you want that knowledge or not for everybody, but thank you from the bottom of my heart for that message. So all bets set here and dice out. We are still looking for a point here. Dice out. That left eye stuck. We're on that 10 now. We have thrown a ton of 10s. We get a 6-4-10. That is Waylon's best friend Wayne and Big Ben this time showing up. Last two were the Old Bay Bushel. The time before that was his best friend Daddy Joe. And we have got, we're going to go up on that DC again. So Ken is here on Crapsee, he says. Make sure you check out the YouTube side of things. But we're going to go $35 DC bet. And we're going to go $30 on the 6 and 8. Those are place bets. And we're still on shooter number 1 here. We have a profit of $55 so far. So let's see if we can get this DC place, and then we'll be in good shape here. So dice out. And we got a 1, 4, 5. The trucking camper. Oops, that was a 4. Let's see if we can get it back there. There you go. 1, 4, 5. So 5 is our DC number. And let's see if we can hit a 6 or 8 again. So that way we can get paid on that. We can bring those back down to $18. That would be nice. So that was a 1, was an implosion of the left die. That was a double pitch on the right die. So that was ultimately a safe result. So we're sticking with 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got dice out here. And we got a 6-1-7, ouch. So a little bit of up, a little bit of down. We ultimately ended up for the shooter, but let's see how much we actually did win off of that shooter. So 6-1, and that is our 7 out, 12, 13 rolls in. So we actually won $30 off that shooter with the up and down way of things. So far it worked. Even though it was a little bit longer of a roll, we still made a little bit of money. And we were only betting basically the 6 and 8 as well as a DC bet. So we lost that DC bet probably 2-3 times throughout that shooter, but it still came out as a profit. So far so good. We'll try again. So again, no line bet here, no don't pass, no pass line, no nothing like that. And we're up to 26 people watching on YouTube, and we have 11 likes. So make sure we give that thumbs up if you're enjoying this content here. This is Friday. We're going to be taking tomorrow and Sunday off. Again, I'm going to be starting that table build either this afternoon if my son can help me go pick up the plywood and get it out of the vehicle and get the first couple of sheets cut, or tomorrow morning, whichever works out best for him is when I'm going to be starting that out. So all bets set here, and dice out. 3-2, 3-6. That last one was a warning sign. That was an explosion with a single pitch towards us. So dice up. And the dice kind of split off on me, but we have a 2-6-8 Duracell 8. So they landed super tight, and that left one bounced straight out to the left. And that's what happens. I like Ed from Ed Robinson from Roll to Win says he likes to have a little bit of separation in the dice. You want them to be tight and flying together, but you want to have just a little hairline separation so that if they do land, they don't bounce off of each other. But that was a primary in the front side. I'm not going to really analyze that one too much because that's not a repeatable dice throw that I want to see. But we're going to go $35 on the DC. We're going to go $30 6 and 8. And we will call that all bets set. Dice up. And we have a 2-6-8, another Duracell 8. That is definitely a repeat dice number that we're seeing on a consistent basis. So that is a good sign. And that is also our first hit on Crapsee on that 8. So that way we can bring that from that $30 level down to the $18 level. And that was our point. So we're looking for a new point. Now keep in mind that once we hit that first 6 and 8, which we did, we are going to make our bets working all the time. So the 6 and 8 are working right now. We have a $35 pass, our DC on the 8. We hit the point, so that was a Buckeye Buckshot, who I have not seen Buckeye Slim in here for a few days. Must be busy this week. And but we're going to keep our numbers working, and all we're going to do is just start collecting on that 6 and 8. So if we can only lose a maximum of $1 so far on the shooter, and that's it. So dice out. Let's get a point of, say, 6. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. That is a pass line loser. Pass line come out loser, I should say. And this is the first small number that we've thrown. We have one tall number. That was a single pitch, or I'm sorry, implosion of the left die. And that was an explosion of the right die. So the dice drifted to the left that time, which is obviously a safe result for this 3V set. And let's go all bets set here. Dice out. And we have a 156. That is the KitchenAid mixer. So 6 is our point now, and that is nice. We should get paid out on that because our bets should have been working. Let's see if I left them on. Yes, they were on, so that's awesome. That's another $21 brought back to the rack. So we have $56 brought back, 71 on the table. Remember, cut that in half, so we actually have $36. So at the current moment, if we were to lose, we would be $20 in the profit. So that was a, what do we have, a 1-5, so it was an implosion on that left die. That was an implosion on the right die, so it was a double implosion. Both dice were off the axis that time. That is still a safe result for the dice, for the cousin 1 set. And we'll go all bet set. All of our numbers are 6 and 8 are working. So I'm hoping to not throw an 8 right now, but if we do, the place bet will pretty much cover that bet. Dice out. And we got a 5-2-7. So again, that is, I don't know, it's acceptable. That's acceptable of a win. Unfortunately, the dice roll was not longer. We only got 5 on that, so we went from a 13 to a 5. But we did make $55 off of that last shooter, so we are up to $17.31 on our bankroll. Our goal is to get up to $18.06. So we only need to get $75 more and we'll be at goal then. Yeah, Demon Dog, if you're just signing or just checking this out again, the Crapsee downloaded and had a new upload yesterday. So you have to re-download the app and then it should work. So that way the update will work. It would not let me sign in it as well today. And that was like 10 minutes before I started. So I was stressing a little bit, but Chuck set me straight. So, anyhow, let's go. I'll give you just a couple seconds here to get your bets in. Again, we're not doing any line bets right now. We're going to wait till a point is established, and then we'll do a DC and a 6 and 8. So let's go all bets set here. 21 people playing right now. We have, if you're new to the program on Crapsee side of things, check out YouTube channel, Craps Master Journey. If you are not a member of Crapsee, make sure you consider buying a subscription to Crapsee. That'll give you all the benefits and the full bankrolls and all the rebuys and all that stuff. And we have an Ace Deuce Alfredo sauce. That is a pass line loser. We've thrown a ton of those today already. So if we would have been on that DC, that would have been a payout, but we were not. So again, we'll be still looking for a point. So that was another implosion of the left die. That was another explosion of the right die, another drift right. So all bets set and dice out. And we have a 5-6 Minmo Yo. So that is a pass line winner this time. It does not affect us at all because we do not have any bets on the table at the current moment. Good morning, Jason, checking in on YouTube. It was a single pitch towards us on that left die, single pitch away on the right die, so that was a double pitch of the dice. Obviously, that is slightly a warning sign. If you look right here, guys, these are all the chips that have arrived so far. And these are from Lazy Dog. There's 10 of these. And listen to that. Can you hear that? Those are tokens from an old slot machine in Nevada. So there's $1 tokens, and these things are heavy. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm actually pretty happy with that. So let's go all bet set. You are welcome, Chris. 3236, still looking for a point. Shooter number 3. Slightly long on that landing zone. We have Magic Aces 112. I don't know if we're going to get a point established here or not. If I would have been hitting these DC bets, that would have been payouts. But as a pass line loser. So we're definitely hitting repeat dice combinations today, but they're not my normal dice combinations. That was an implosion on the left die. That was a single pitch towards us on the right die. So implosion with a single pitch towards us is a safe result on the cousin 1 set. And we'll go all bet set. Dice out. And we have a 134. That is the Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So when I was a kid, I was always told right before the holiday, and my grandpa was a truck driver, by the way, but I was always told right before whatever holiday was coming up that my grandpa ran that bastard over. So I just want to let you guys know that there is no Easter this year because I ran that little furry bastard over on the way home from work. I'm just kidding. Happy Easter to everybody this coming Sunday. And hopefully everybody's going to have a good dinner. If you're into church, hopefully church goes well for you. I'm going to be spending it by myself and working on a table and getting a little bit of rest because I do work Sunday night. So we have a point of 4. We're going to go $35 on the DC. So hopefully that little joke did not offend anybody, but that is actually what I dealt with when I was younger. We're going to go $30 on the 6 and 8. Hopefully we'll get a 6 or 8 here. And we'll go all bet set. 3236. Days out. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So that is a bet on that DC. So that's actually a winner for me, $35 winner on that DC. So this DC is actually working out well today because we are definitely throwing a ton of craps or field numbers today. How many threes? That was 5 threes so far, 5 ace deuces today so far. So we're going to keep that $35 DC bet up there. Again, that's an explosion, or I'm sorry, implosion of that left die. That was an explosion of the right die, so those drift of the dice. And we'll call this all bet set. 3236, dice out. 32 people watching now. Wow, that is awesome. 32 people on YouTube and only 14 likes though. So guys, hit that thumbs up if you would, please. And we have a 5-4. That would be the hard 9, the Big Daddy Mac. So that DC is going to travel to the 9. Now let's see if we can hit a 6 or 8 so we can get out of this shooter. Actually make a profit with this shooter because we already are kind of out with that $35, but we still got to hit the 6 or 8 in order to get a little bit of money brought back. So that was a single pitch away on that left die. That was a double pitch on the right die. So ultimately a double pitch of the dice. I'm sorry, single pitch of the dice, ultimately. And we will call this all bet set. 26 people playing on Crapsee. This is awesome. Dice out. And we've got 4 people watching the broadcast on Crapsee. A little bit shorter than the landing zone, we have a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. So that would be the 6. And that would obviously be after Christmas Sideshow Gamble. So that is an awesome hit because that's going to bring an extra $35 brought back to the rack. We're going to bring our 6 and 8 down to 18 now. And that way we have $18 on the 6 and 8. We have a $35 DC on the 9. That was a single pitch towards us on that left die. That was a single pitch towards us on the right die. So that was ultimately a primary in the backside. So we'll stick with 3236. And let's call it all bets set. Dice out. Dice landed and it kind of rolled off to one side after it hit the back wall. But we have a trucking camper 145. So that is the small. We just hit the small, everyone. So that's the second time this week we've hit either the small or the tall. I can't remember. I think it was the small the last time also. So we hit the small twice this week. That is very cool. It was a while since we've hit that. So we're back to that thing. We had a 1-4. So again, that was one die off access. And one thing I just noticed is not really hitting a lot of 3s or 4s on top, just occasionally. So let's do this one. So let's switch our set from the 3-2-3-6. We'll go to 2-4-6-4. And that way, hopefully, we get a little more 3s and 4s on top and maybe hit that 6 and 8 a little bit more often, hopefully. So let's go all bets set. Again, we have $18 on it, 6 and 8. We're just collecting right now. Dice out. And we have a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay Bushel. So now I have to look to analyze the dice just a little bit here to see what we had. So we had a 3-2, we made it a 2-4. So that was a double pitch on that left die. And that was an implosion on the right die. So let's do it again. Let's go with the 2-4-6-4. We'll call it all bets set. We're looking for that 8 and 12. Be nice to hit the 8. That would be perfect. Or the 12. And that way we can work on getting that tall and make them all. Lay the 5, says Lazy Dog. Well, that must have been a little bit ago that he said that because I just saw it and we already hit that small. So dice out. 2-4-6-4. And guys, wow, we have the OMC craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight. So we are looking at hopefully hitting on our next roll that 8. If we can get that 8, that will be the tall and we will make them all. And we'll also get paid out $21 on that 8. So that would be perfect. Our goal is to get up to 1806 right now. If I took everything off the table, which I can do, we'd be at 1801. So, again, we're going to go 2-4-6-4 for our dice set. And let's call that all bets set. Dice out. So I'm rolling the dice away one turn, and we still have not gotten that 3 or 4 on top. So that's a little discouraging, but let's see if we can hit that 8. Let's get the 8. Dice out. We did not get the 8, but we got the 6-5 mid-mo yo. And that one was the trajectory, the arc of the dice was a little bit flat on that. It wasn't quite as high as what I was normally throwing it. So I got to be careful with that. Again, that was a explosion of that left die. That was a implosion of the right die. So that was what? Explosion, and implosion. That was a drift left on that dice. So again, we'll go back to the 3236. We were doing 2464, but we're going to go back to the 3236, and we'll call that all bets set. Dice out. And we got a 3, 4, 7. So the roll does come to an end, just one number short of that tall, and make them all. So we did make our profit for the day, I think. Let me check that once. So we are actually $6 short of making gold today. So I'm actually considering that a win. But we're going to keep on going. I kind of like the way this is working. Wayland's strategy is surviving, and it is working against the longer rolls. And we had 2 longer rolls already and 1 medium short one so far. So let's keep her going. 3, 2, 3, 6. And again, we're not doing any line bets, no line, no pass line, no don't pass line bet. But he actually set up the program, and I can really make this part of the blue collar crap style play at this level here. But he started his betting. He had a $3,000 bankroll, and he would do $100 on the DC, $100 on the 6, and $100 on the 8. And that's not a normal bet. What did he say? That $100 pays out $116, he said, if that would hit. A normal proper bet would be $120 on that 6 and $120 on the 8. But he had it set up for 100, and then that way if he'd hit it, he'd bring it down to $50. We have it set up for $30 on the 6 and 8. If we hit it, we'll bring it down to $18. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. We made $69 on that last shooter. He said 69. 3, 2, 3, 6, dice out. They split apart when they landed. We have a 5-1 trucking camper, so we're on that 5. And that is a number that we've thrown multiple times today already. Our dice combination, I should say. And again, we're going to go $35 on the DC. We'll go $30 on the 6 and 8. And we're looking to get either a crap number, or we're looking to get a point here, or a box number here. So Joel is saying, if I found a $5 table, would I think about adding $5 on the other numbers? Yeah, I would. I would think about it. And I don't have any $5 tables around here anymore, although when I go over to Dubuque, there are $5 tables during the week. It used to be in Green Bay that we had a $5 table during the weekend, $10 on the weekends and holidays. But about 2 or 3 months ago, they switched it, and now it's a $10 table during the week and a $15 table on the weekends. That was a double pitch on that left die. That was a single pitch towards us on the right die. So ultimately, that was a single pitch of the dice. And let's go all bets set. Looking to get that DC placed here. And we have a 5-4 hard 9 Big Daddy Mac. Seems to me that we had the DC on the 9 one other time, and that was a good number for us because we have not rolled it that many times today. 2 times out of 32 rolls. I suppose that's about expected, maybe a little bit under expected. And that was a single pitch towards us on the left die. That was a double pitch on the other die. So ultimately a single pitch of the dice on access. And we will call it all bets set. Good morning, John. How are you doing? We are doing well. Dice out. Dice split apart when they left my fingers, and we got a 1, 4, 5. So we hit that point. That does nothing for our bets, though. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep our bets working. Are we or are we not? We are keeping our bets working because the DC is placed. So good. That makes sense. Again, you will work your bets as long as you have the DC. If you're coming out with no DC, then you would not be working your bets, if I remember correctly. And what do we have? We had a 1, 4, 5. So we had another implosion of the left die, double pitch of the right die. Safe result. All bets set. And we got Leadham checking in there. What are the mins at Potawatomi? I'm only on Saturday mornings if there's only one table open upstairs for $25. So welcome to the channel, Leadham, by the way. This is the first time I've seen your comment. I went down to Potawatomi, which is in Milwaukee, everyone, last week for the first time. And when I got there, it was a $15 minimum. And I started playing, it must have been about 7 o'clock at night. That's when I started playing. And just as I got onto the table, they upped it to a $25 minimum on both of their tables upstairs. They don't have any tables on the first floor anymore. Both of them are upstairs. They're 14-foot tables, and they're decent tables. They have a nice service to them and that. I played for about an hour and a half at a $25 table, and then they upped it to $50, and I'm like, screw that. I was not going to do that. So yeah, I'm guessing that it's going to be a $15 table during the morning, and possibly even a $10 table in the morning at Potawatomi. Thanks out. And we have a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay Bushel. So our new point is the 10. And that is this is nothing for us here. Good morning, Waylon. I am doing your strategy here today, Waylon. I toned down your 6-8 digression strategy down to the $15 level. And so far we've made $154 today. So we're almost at goal. I'm like $6 short if I would take everything off the table at the current moment. So anyhow, single pitch towards us on the left die. That was a implosion on the right die. So we have an implosion with a single pitch towards us. That is a safe result with the cousin 1 set. Face out. That was a high bounce there. And we got a Buckeye buckshot, the 4-6-10. That is Waylon's best friend, Wayne, and Big Ben. This table does have ears. Waylon checks in, says hi, and we throw his number right away. How funny is that? So again, we're going to keep our bets working. This is a come out. We have $30 on that 6 and 8. We have a $35 DC on the 9, double pitch on that left die, single pitch on the right die, ultimately single pitch of the dice on axis. This is a safe result. Let's take a look at the cousin 1 set. Get your bets in. And let's call this all bets set here. Dice out. So we're looking for a 6 or 8 hit here, please. And we got an 8. Awesome. That would be the 628, the Duracell 8. Go with support free live craps. I know I said give that thumbs up, but also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Every little bit of help is very much appreciated here. So our point is going to be 8. And that was a hit because we were working. So we're going to bring our bets down from $30 down to $18 now. So that way the most we can lose is actually $1 off of this. So that is awesome. And if you're just joining in, guys, if you're using Crapsee, make sure you download the app again. They did an update yesterday, and you need to re-download it in order to get in and successfully play along. We've got 31 people playing currently on Crapsee. I've got 33 people currently watching on YouTube with 19 likes. We got 3 people who are on the kick.com side of things, and I have 5 people watching me on the Crapsee broadcast. That was an explosion on that left die. That was an explosion on the right die. So it was a double explosion, which is a safe result. And let's go all bet set here. We are looking for 6 or 8. 6 or 8 so we can get paid. And by the way, actually, I'm going to probably, it doesn't matter what happens right now. We're going to be pretty much at goal or above goal for the day. So that is perfect. Dice out. And we have a 6-5 mid-mo-yo. Again, Cheryl coming to us from above. And guys, I normally don't throw a lot of 3s or 11s lately, and that's all we've been throwing today is 3s and 11s. We have 4 11s, we have 5 3s. So that would be, get this entered in Crapsee before I forgot. So that would be 9 out of 37 throws has either been 11 or the sister number 3. Interesting. So let's go again, 3 2 3 6. And let's go all bet set. Let's see if we can hit that darn 6 or 8. Get paid. Dice out. A little shorter in the landing zone. We got a 6. We get the 3-3 hard 6, the double D-gen. That is perfect. Extra $21 brought back to the rack. Again, if you have any chips and you want to submit them to me, I can include them in on the table build, bring them or send them over to me. Ryan from Market Point just said he brought his in today. He will mail them during lunch. I'm going to need them hopefully by next Friday is when I'm going to need those chips so I can include them into the project. And again, I've told actually one person, 2 people I've actually told what's going on with the chips and that, but they're not content creators and they're not people that normally talk to a lot of other people. So mama's the word, but I think you guys are going to really appreciate what is going to happen with those chips and what they're going to look like when they're out. So we are on shooter number 4 here. We are looking for a 6 or 8. Let's go dice out here. And we got a 2 3 5, the Justice 5. That is the first Justice 5 for the day. But we've thrown a 5 a few times already, the Trucking Camper. Single pitch on the left die. That was a primary on the right side. So ultimately, single pitch of the dice. That is funny, Jen. Table does have your 0 dice sets rolled. And if you have chips here, Jen, message me in Discord and I will send you my address and you can send them over. I would love to have some of your chips and add them into the table there. That would be very cool. And then I'll also keep one obviously for my personal collection. And all bets set here. Dice out. And that was not our point. Our point is 8. Dice out. And we have a 516 KitchenAid mixer again. So that is another $21 brought back to the rack. So we're definitely making goal today. No way that we can lose from here. Now, when I was watching Waylon's video on this, after he got a certain number of hits, and I don't know if Waylon, if you can put that in the chat here, after a certain number of hits, he would start spreading out across once he was in a certain level of profit, certain goal level. But we're just going to keep it on to 6 and 8. We have $77 brought back to rack. We have 71 on the table. Only 36 of that is at risk, though. So we're definitely going to make goal here. In fact, if I lost everything on a table, which is impossible to do, but if I lost everything on a table right now, I would be exactly at goal. Good morning, Alfredo. And Alfredo, you are just getting back from Vegas and that. Again, I'm collecting those chips, and I need to get one of your original chips to replace the one I'm going to be using on the Craps build. Right here is one of Alfredo's original chips. And if I can get a yellow one like this, that would be perfect. Maybe the next time you see me in Chicago, we can do that. Waylon, you can't get in Crapsee because they did a new download last night, or a new upload last night. So you have to re-download the app into whatever device you're using. And then it should work. I had the same problem 10 minutes before I started today, and I was stressing a little bit. Thanks so much. They split apart when he got down there. We have another 6, a 2x4, the Carpenter 2x4. So another $21 brought back. So that is perfect. 3236. We're definitely into fun money if we wanted to be right now, but we're not. We're going to stick with this. And if you just came in, we hit the small earlier on where he needed 12 here to hit the tall. We still need the 2, 3, and 4 to hit the small again, but we need just the 12 to hit the tall. 3236. Stay so. And we have a 5-6 mid-mo yo. Chiro coming to us from above. And that is a single pitch away on the left die. I'm sorry, the right die. That is a single pitch towards on the right die. So that's a double pitch of the dice. So we got to be careful. Yesterday, when the live stream ended, Waylon asked a question about where I bought my chip from. And my chip is right here so everybody can see it. And I got mine where most of the other people are buying their chips, and that's called chiplab.com. I don't get any payment from them, so I'm not promoting them at all, but I got it, chiplab.com, and definitely go there if you are looking for chips. They have very quality chips, very affordable, and they have pretty good shipping timelines as well, free shipping, so it's pretty cool. Good morning, Marble Fork. He says he likes the 10-second alert time better than the 5. I think I've always had mine set at 10. I like the 10 as well, gives you a little bit of extra time. So all bets set here. They saw it. 3236. Left eye stuck again, and that roll does come to an end with a 6-1-7. Ouch. So I'm happy with the rolls today. Let's call that end of the rolls here. Let's go look at our statistics for the day. And then when I'm done with that, make sure you guys go over and check out Casino Game TV with John and watch his daily paycheck. So let's go right here. This is our statistics for the day. Good morning, Dissector Dan. I also got your chips the other day in the mail. I forgot to let you know and message you that. Thank you very much for that, Dan. But anyhow, we had 4 shooters today. We had a 13, a 5, a 12, and another 13. We had an SOR today of a 10.8, SRR of 8.6, with only one come out 7. Our box numbers and instant numbers were low today. 4s to 10s were high. Come out 7s were very low. But those horns and fields are high, and a few hard ways were hit in there as well. Lazy Dog says he's back in the green. That's awesome. But let's look at our black belt statistics. This is through the end of yesterday. And we finally hit over that 1,000 rolls for black belt. So we're at 1,018 rolls. We have an SOR of 9.09, and the numbers today should hopefully bring these numbers back up a little bit. But we have a 9.09 SOR, we have a 6.5 for SRR, and we have a 6.25 BSR. So our numbers, although they're very acceptable numbers, they're definitely below what my goals are going to be for black belt. And if you look at the bottom right side of the screen here, I have a 10.5 SOR goal. We have a 7.5 SRR goal and a 7.0 BSR goal. So we're not far away, but we're still below what my goals are for this level. Let's go back, check the chats really quick here before we wrap things up. You have a great weekend as well, Roger. So Will wants to know how I did with the strategy today. I made goal. My goal was to make to get my bankroll up to 1,806, and I finished at 1,897. So that would be a $261 profit today. So that was definitely within my acceptable range. So that is actually the way I set it up. I think I'm going to probably try that out at the casino this weekend. So what I did is I have a $35 DC and a $30 6 and 8. If I hit the 6 or 8, I'll bring it back down to $18 and then play it out from there. But hey guys, thank you for joining in today. I will see you guys hopefully back here on Monday. This weekend we'll be busy working on that new table build here, and hopefully within the next few months we'll have these videos coming out. Happy Easter to everybody, and I will hopefully see you guys on Monday, like I said again. So hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great weekend. Everybody be safe and be prosperous.